And, it's so funny because you never know, like somebody will come over and, you know, one thing that's really great for me, um, because my son was on the spectrum, was I have a lot of people that will come in front of me and they'll be on the spectrum. And I think that a lot of people that aren't used to dealing with people on the spectrum become very short with them. Like it's a process,
Yeah.
like you almost have to. It's like somebody with cerebral palsy, and they come over and they're excited, and you've got to like put some heat on them, and then just whisper in the ear like it's like I understand you're excited, just relax, and they will relax.
Mm.
But it's just just because you know they can't verbally express themselves to you. They can if you just, but you've got to. I mean, and that's all like the process of learning. And it's the same with autism.
Hmm.
People that you have to read the person, figure out where they are on the spectrum.
I was just going to say that's a big part of it, having dealt
Yeah,
with a fair amount of kids that are on the spectrum. That's the biggest thing is there's that initial, you just kind of got to be open and watch,
and my whole thing
and you
is,
let them lead the dance.
yeah, like who the fuck isn't on the spectrum? We're
Oh,
all on the spectrum.
we're somewhere. We're all
Yeah,
somewhere. Yeah.
right. It's like the fucking paint wheel. Some of us are fucking aqua, some of us are pink. I mean, it's just, and, Tristan was more Asperger's, but there were so many times that people would like meet Tristan out someplace and they would never in a million years think that he was autistic, that he was on the spectrum,
Hmm.
you know? But when he would have, there were certain things that, like,
Well, you guys saw things that we didn't. Like
yeah,
for all that I dealt with for the limited time, the few months that I was working with him, I wouldn't have, in just
no.
this capacity in the
Because you
show. And
wouldn't see the, he, and this is a common thing is the sensation of water on your head from a shower.
oh,
That was like, that was rough. That was rough for him.
what about sensory stuff? Sound.
Well, I think I told that story like early where we were in that diner, and he's like, "Fuck that, we got to get out of here." I'm like, "Why?" And he said, and there was these women that were cackling. There was a fucking fan that was fucking off, making a cricket, cricket, cricket. There was a lady fucking around with a mop bucket. And when he pointed out all three of the sounds to me, I was just like,
Then you
"Wow."
started to hear it, and you were
Yeah,
like, "All
then
right,
I
let's
was just like,
go."
okay, now I'm hearing the fucking album skip. I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. But yeah, so that was, I don't know, it just I've been such a hermit for since my son passed, and I'm not doing the poor pitiful me or anything else. It's just that like it's nice as it is. People are so kind. So one person brought this picture that was probably 24 by 18, and it was a picture of me and T from a wedding. It was Adam Rodriguez's wedding
Oh
in
wow.
Florence, and we have the picture in our living room, and it's a this is one that was pulled off the internet. It wasn't very clear, and it was blown up, and it was just, and he just kind of lays it in front of me, and like it just knocks the wind out of you. He's like, boom, I'm just looking at this, almost life size picture of my son's face.
That
And
they took the time to have
they took the time to do all
blown
this.
up. Yeah.
And then you're like, and you don't want to say like dude, it's kind of a buzzkill because they think they're doing something that's right. Like one person, maybe a half a year ago, so maybe a year ago, put together this mug of all these different pictures of me and T. From when he
Mm.
was young till that they found wherever the fuck they found him at. And I'm sure a lot of them were off of my Instagram, and um, put him on like a 20-ounce like mug, and I'm like, and then you hate to take it up to your room and throw it in the trash, but you know that you could never fucking sit there and drink out of that at night.
Mm.
Like it's hard enough. Like I've got four different like big steel tumblers that I drink out of. There, one's 22 ounces, uh, and the one that I always drink out of is a gray one, and I can't see it, but I know on the bottom of it, it's his writing because he had the same cup, and it says "Dad." Like he wrote like "Dad" on that because it was Dad's cup, so he would know not to grab my cup and vice versa. So I use that cup a lot, and that's different because he did that.
Yeah.
But if it's something random, it's just like it's a little bit too much.
No, understood.
Yeah.
But it must have been good getting out at least,
It
seeing
was,
fans
and it was that everybody that came out, man. Just thank you, and you know, so many people come up like I don't have money, like I do. You can hang out and you can. What do you want to talk about? Like I'm not here to 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 take your money. If you want to take a picture, if you want to buy a photo, if you want to get something signed, I'd be more than happy to do it. But if you just want to chill, and there was a lot of times that, there was one guy came up, he had two young kids with him, and you could tell. I mean, you can tell when people, you know, are fucking, you know, taking some body shots in life. And what does it take? It takes me 20 seconds to tell those two boys to grab whatever photo they want, and I sign it for them, and the dad just looks at me and he goes, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, man. I'm here. I'm not here. I'm not here to pay my fucking car payment.
Mhm.
Like I'm here. Man, this is, the fact that you came, into this building. I mean, you still had to pay a fucking admission.
Mhm.
So it's just like, no, man, I'm not here to rob you. I'm here to fucking say, if you're here to tell me I made your life better, you obviously made mine better because I'm living on the ocean. So, you know,
Yeah. Ivan Garcia. Hey, Ivan, since it's opening day for baseball, was there ever a moment between you and T, like the dad and son in Sandlot, when he took his dad's Babe Ruth baseball without his permission?
no, I was always locked up. T
Uh,
wasn't a big sports guy. T liked basketball. That was it.
uh Did he play or just a
Yeah, he
spectator?
played. He
Oh,
played.
yeah.
He played for 2 years, and then when he went to seventh grade, the millage didn't pass, so there were no sports.
How tall was he?
How tall was T?
Yeah.
Like 6'5" and a half.
No. Good was a starting point guard for some
He had
teams.
scoliosis, like decent scoliosis, like a double curve S in his back. He grew so he probably would have been
I was going to
had
say
he
he would have been fucking
oh he'd have
7 feet then.
fucking he'd have been as big as me easy.
Wow.
His foot was he wore a 15 and a half. I wore a 15. His feet looked like Yao Ming's, man. He had big thick fucking feet.
Another question?
Asian guy.
You don't say.